So we have a very interesting spring edition of the Young Marine News Network for 2020. I am speaking to you from my office at the Young Marines National Headquarters. Joining me across 3 time zones in sunny California is your National Young Marine of the Year, Sergeant Major Megan Lynch. Megan, how you doing over there?
I am doing good. So we are actually on a online FaceTiming video while I'm filming this, 2 different time zones, but we are here, we're excited. I'm so glad that I am able to join you guys, even if it is virtual like this, and from the comfort of my own home. Yeah, shake Mr. Davis' hands.
You know, that's kind of a funny story. The first time that I did a virtual thing was when I found out I was selected for colonel in the Marine Corps. I was called down to the general's office, and the executive director for Marine Forces Reserve said, "Come on in the office." And then General Bergman was on the video. He says, "Bill, put out your hand." So I put out my hand, and he does this, and he says, "Congratulations, you've been selected for colonel." So it's kind of funny now to be doing Young Marine News Network this way, but it's awesome. It's awesome that we have the technology. It is incredible to see what's going on around the country and how we're adapting and improvising to make this work. So Miss Lynch, Sergeant Major Lynch, great job over on your end, and let's hit it. Okay, so on those notes here at the headquarters, obviously we've pivoted to digital. And I was really excited at how the team embraced it, not only here at the headquarters, but all across the country. I have been amazed to watch the adult volunteers, units, and young Marines of all ages and ranks, flip the script, move to digital using, Zoom, Facebook Live, Hangouts, whatever platform that they felt comfortable with, they were using it to make sure that we were keeping young Marines engaged and on track. And I actually have a report that's been put together for me that shows me how all the units are engaging their young Marines. And it's not just PT, although there's a lot of physical training videos out there, which is great, because when we leave this, everyone should be in outstanding shape, I got to tell you. And they vary. There's also some cooking shows. There's a lot of DDR. I'm really excited to see how much drug demand reduction training is going on. Everyone's keeping those hours up. They're burying Mr. Lusignan in Project Alert certificates. He's caught up on all the DEA devices. If you got one in and you haven't got it yet, you're going to get it soon. But it's just really amazing to see everything going on. The virtual classes, the virtual presentations, all of that energy and creativity going on in the program does not surprise me, knowing the caliber of our adult volunteers and young Marines. Complementing that activity here at the headquarters, we put out several emails, but the headquarters team has, rallied around the electronic media, and we're seizing the opportunity to create all these classes that have the lesson plans and the classes and the narration, as well as activities to do that prove that you've completed the lesson to the extent possible. And we will continue to do that throughout this entire effort, if you would. Would like to give Megan an opportunity, Sergeant Major Lynch, if you want to add into that with some of your examples and activities that you've seen on your end.
Thank you so much, Mr. Davis. I have been doing a lot here at home. I've been trying my absolute best to stay in the Young Marine Facebook and Instagram loop and see everything that all the Young Marines are producing and putting together. And one unit specifically that I wanted to shout out was the Southland Young Marines here in California. They have been doing lots of community service and veteran appreciation, and in fact got some time on local news. And I think they are absolutely killing the game with DDR and community service while still being in quarantine. Obviously, it's difficult to continue doing those things while we're stuck in quarantine, but they are finding a way and getting recognition for that. So I really wanted to shout them out. Another thing that I kind of wanted to mention is asking all of you guys as the Young Marines to continue to stay engaged and continue to stay positive. As Mr. Davis mentioned, Young Marines all over the nation are producing videos or classes or webinars where they have live PT sessions or even little fun hobby games that you guys can play and learn from another division. Or there are those PT challenges. I know Chester's Fitness Club on Instagram just started, and they produce workouts. So there's definitely different avenues for all of you guys to find something to do and some way to stay engaged and positive during this time. I know it's difficult, and I know that sometimes it can seem like some of the most boring times, but there's always a way to stay active and to stay positive about all of this. So I really appreciate you guys doing your absolute best to spread this healthy, drug-free lifestyle message and to continue to stay positive and stay engaged.
And that's a great point that I wanted to double down on as well. I mean, we've been at this for probably about 6 weeks now since the major announcements were made. And this is going to be something that's going to require some perseverance and some endurance. The young Marines are getting a little virtualed out. I've heard that from a few of them as well, that I get it. It's just not as much fun as getting together with your friends, but it's what we're going to do for now. And, in the coming weeks and months, we'll have the opportunities to get together again. And we may have to adapt again and overcome some challenges when we go to do that. When we start having unit meetings and things like activities. So we just ought to be aware of it. Apply the proper protections and all the recommendations that you've been living with for the last few weeks to apply with it. And we'll be okay. I have not a doubt in my mind. We've been doing great now, and we're going to continue to do great in the future. One unit I'd like to give a particular shout out to is Miramar Young Marines. They've been doing a great job with some educational products they've been producing. Units around the country have been participating in that, but it's indicative of the kind of creativity and outreach you're seeing from units in all the divisions. I'm just amazed again at every level what you're seeing in terms of outreach and engagement that's happening. I'm starting to see a lot more creative community service where individual young Marines are helping out people in need. Units are supporting, like Southland is one of many that's supported, doing things for first responders and other folks in the community. I know that there's letter writing campaigns to veterans going on. All of these creative community service products are just amazing ways to stay engaged, to feel that you're doing something useful for your community and the people in it. And I encourage all of you to continue doing so now, and will continue to do so in the future. Additionally, what I really appreciate seeing is that so many young Marines, not just the Division Young Marines of the Year and the National Young Marine of the Year, who are day on, stay on engaging, but I'm seeing this working its way throughout the Young Marines community. Young Marines staying in touch with other young Marines. Our adult volunteers, many of which are challenged right now. I mean, you can't miss it in the news, how this has impacted our country. People have lost jobs, they're working from home. There's all these other issues going on and a lot of nervousness. So a lot of our adult volunteers are otherwise engaged, and they have other things that they need to take care of for themselves personally and their families. I really appreciate the young Marines, picking up the slack in some cases, stay engaged with other Marines, doing buddy checks, doing battle buddy checks, and making sure everyone's doing okay. That is extremely important now, especially the longer that this goes on. And lastly, I get a daily media report here at headquarters. In fact, I was just reviewing it a couple of minutes ago, and we've been trying to post and highlight social media stories, really great stories from around the country. So keep your eyes out. If you have a great posting, you're going to see it hit the national website, so that not just the people in your area, but all 60,000 followers across the country can see the great things you're doing. So make sure you keep posting all these awesome activities so that not only you can celebrate, but we can celebrate with you and inspire and motivate other units and celebrate everything that we're doing as a program. Because frankly, it's just really amazing, and it's awesome to see. Every morning I get something new, and it's just motivating.
That's actually another really amazing part about our program. We as Young Marines are used to being virtual best friends. So it's really awesome that we have a program in which we can stay engaged through technology. I mean, I have friends on the East Coast and Central Time. I mean, you name it. I have friends all over the country, and I know so many Young Marines do. And that's because of opportunities throughout the summer and throughout the year to meet other Young Marines. And I think it's an absolute blessing that we get to have the opportunity and the technology to be able to keep in touch and reach out to each other and make sure that we are safe and staying healthy all around the country. And I think that's absolutely amazing. So yes, this time is difficult and it is hard with the COVID-19 going on, But we are so lucky in the fact that we can continue to stay engaged and continue to talk with our friends and keep those connections in the program.
Yeah, that's an excellent point that I've brought up before. So much what we see about the internet is in the negative, the cyberbullying and issues like that. But when we bring the Young Marines together for, regional programs, division camps, leadership academies, spaces events, Pearl Harbor, Code Talker, things like that, we bring those Young Marines together and they get to meet other people from around the country. You really can leverage the internet to stay in touch with friends like never before. And as I grew up, you just didn't get to do that. Most of our adult volunteers didn't have these opportunities. So you're really keeping up friendships over time and distance that we couldn't do before. And that's very powerful as well, and very much appreciated that we can do that. And I would say that, a lot of that comes down to the investments in technology that we made also at headquarters, the abilities that we have here at headquarters since we've moved to our new location. The investments we made in film and video. We have hosted virtual division commanders meetings every other week. We get together with the leadership team. Here, the headquarters staff, we meet 3 times a week, and we have special side meetings. In fact, this whole virtual ALC was planned with only a couple people in the room live. Everybody else that we've been dealing with has been from all the different places in the country working together through these virtual landscapes, if you would. And it's been incredibly effective. And there's a lot of great lessons learned about the way forward. We can do a merging of this as we go forward, which is not a bad thing in some cases.
The Young Marines are also staying very engaged at a high level. So myself and the Division Young Marines of the Year, as well as the current Public Affairs Correspondents around the program, have been meeting very often in order to make sure that we are staying engaged and we are staying motivated and we are doing our job. So you will be seeing actually a lot of produced videos or lives from the Division Young Marines of the Year, as well as you can now look at some of our videos that the Public Affairs Correspondents took from the field.
Greetings, Young Marines. My name is Young Marine Sergeant Major Madison Myers, the Division 1 Young Marine of the Year. Throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, Division 1 has been engaged in the Young Marine program by so many different means. Some units have done virtual drills where they have focused on DDR, performance objectives, enabling objectives, promotion boards, and they have done promotions as well. This has been done through Zoom, Google Classroom, Kahoot, Quizlets, and there have been so many different more ways that units have done their drills. Division 1 has also done the Inspire campaign as well as live PT demonstrations given by me. As specific to Pennsylvania, some counties in southwestern Pennsylvania and northern Pennsylvania are starting to reopen and move to the yellow phase, where some restrictions have been lifted. Therefore, some units will start drilling in person starting next week. As units start to open, they will still follow the CDC guidelines and maintain social distancing. Please stay positive, motivated, and engaged. Young Marine Sergeant Major Madison Myers signing off.
Hey Young Marines, I'm Young Marine Sergeant Major Nathaniel Paredes, and I'm a Division 2 Public Affairs Correspondent. Let's take a moment to look at what's been going on in Division 2 recently. Division 2 Young Marines is in the middle of its Division 2 Challenge. The Division 2 Challenge is a series of Kahoot competitions that are guidebook specific and are meant to test Young Marines on their guidebook knowledge. The champions of this esteemed challenge will be announced the week of May 17th. Division 2 Young Marines has also been recently posting physical training videos for any Young Marines that are willing to stay healthy, engaged, and to have fun while staying at home. Young Marines have also started to move to have online unit meetings and engage in online training with Young Marine headquarters, such as the National Recruit Instructor course. I'm glad that Young Marines are taking the time to utilize the technology that is available, and I hope you are too. This is Young Marine Sergeant Major Paredes, signing off.
I'm Young Marine Sergeant Major Elizabeth Massengill. I'm the 3rd Division Young Marine of the Year, and here's an update on 3rd Division. Roughly 80% of our units have been hosting online drills. The Young Marines in the Nashville area have been helping out with the local tornado relief. Palm Beach's Young Marines and Parris Island Young Marines have both been doing community outreach. And since social distancing started, we've had roughly 25 promotions in the division. Since February, collectively, we've had over 10,700 community service hours from our adult volunteers and our Young Marines. Our Young Marines have also had 2,500 hours of DDR. 1st Battalion Georgia has also been hosting virtual DDR classes and has had participation from all 6 divisions. There's also an active virtual recruit class going on in the Upstate Unit in South Carolina.
Konnichiwa and aloha, Young Marines. My name is Young Marine Master Sergeant Fung from the Pyramid Rock Young Marines, and today I'll be reporting in for the Headquarters Division Young Marines. During these times, we have to remember our core values of teamwork, leadership, and discipline so that this pandemic doesn't get the best of us and we can continue to progress through the program. We have been trying to do this by living a healthy, drug-free lifestyle and keeping up with our physical fitness by doing the little things like going on runs. Continuing to learn by participating in virtual drills, classes, and studying the guidebook. Giving back to our communities through beach cleanups and finding ways to help our active duty in a safe manner. Hopefully we can get back to our normal drill routine soon, but for now, stay safe, stay active, and stay healthy. This is Young Marine Master Sergeant Funk signing off for the Headquarters Division Young Marines.
Hey Young Marines, my name is Young Marine Gunnery Sergeant Rodriguez of the Tornado Alley Young Marines, and I am your 2019 Division 4 Public Correspondent. I hope all of you are staying safe and keeping healthy during this pandemic. We have a new National Young Marine of the Year joining us. Our own 2020 Division 4 Young Marine of the Year, Young Marine Sergeant Major Abigail Waters. Young Marine Sergeant Major Waters is from the Mountain View Young Marine Unit of Centennial, Colorado, and has been in the program for 5 years. Congratulations to you, Young Marine Sergeant Major Waters. Also, congratulations to our JPSO Young Marine Unit of Division 4. That has obtained the honor of being our National Unit of the Year. We are very proud of both of you. It may seem a bit intimidating to have to commemorate our fallen service members during this pandemic, but 2 units of Division 4 have stepped up to the task. The Guadalupe Valley Young Marine Unit will be placing 600 roses in the tombs of our fallen service members this Memorial Day at Guadalupe Valley Memorial Park in participation of the Young Marine National Foundation Rose Campaign. Along with 29 other units across the nation, they will be placing 25,000 roses to commemorate our fallen service members. This event is a great opportunity to commemorate those who have given it their all in sacrifice for our country. Over in Wichita, Kansas, the Tornado Alley Young Marine Unit will be participating in an event called Wear Blue, Run to Remember. They will be choosing their own fallen soldier to commemorate during a walk or run this Memorial Day in their own hometown. This will be to reach the goal to commemorate every single one of the 7,030 service members who have fallen in service for their country since 9/11. If you or any young Marine, any family member, every registered adult, or any friend are interested in this event, please go register in www.wearblueruntoremember.org/Memorial Day. That's all that I have. This is Young Marine Gunnery Sergeant Rodriguez signing out. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay busy.
Hello, Young Marines and adult volunteers throughout the program. My name is Celeste Hamper. I'm an adult volunteer and a Division 5 Public Affairs Officer. Throughout the months of March and April, Young Marines in Division 5 and beyond partook in a special event. This was Division 5's HDF Challenge. The HDF Challenge brought everyone together online to take part in various missions. These missions covered drug demand reduction, physical fitness, healthy eating, and more to challenge the competitors. All of the skills were based on the Young Marine theme of living a healthier and drug-free lifestyle. Competitors submitted their results to the HDF Challenge website each week and were scored based on how they placed among their peers. Look out for this event again next year in a new and improved format. And once again, from Division 5 to all of you, thank you for participating in this year's HDF Challenge.
Hey Young Marines, my name is Young Marine Gunnery Sergeant John. I'm from Ashtabula County Young Marines, and I'm a Division 5 Public Affairs Correspondent. Today I'm here to report to you on what the units within our division have been able to do to stay active during this quarantine time. We've made cards for veterans, we've done community trash cleanups, we've done food drives, and even virtual promotion boards. We hope units continue to stay active throughout their communities.
Today I would like to report on one of Division 5 units and what they're doing to overcome this quarantine. Lapeer County had a 2-day virtual encampment in which their young Marines got to learn new things such as survival skills. Their young Marines were also challenged and to build their own shelter and sleep in that shelter for that night. Good job, young Marines, and keep up the good work. Today I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about the live PT sessions held on Facebook Live and Instagram Live. It's a great way to stay healthy and exercise throughout this pandemic. Young Marine Sergeant Major Staben has been doing a wondrous job by including all aspects of exercising, including upper body and core. Remember, Young Marines, stay motivated and most importantly, stay safe.
Hello, Young Marines. My name is Young Marine Sergeant Major Luke Smith, and today I have a Division 6 update for you. The Southland Young Marines has been making cards for seniors and veterans, as well as donating masks and clothing to the local American Legion in their area. They've also been providing lunch for first responders, and Southland families raised $785 to FLAG, Frontline Operation Group, which feeds frontline workers using restaurants and businesses that are struggling to stay afloat during the COVID-19 virus. The North San Diego Young Marines have been doing swim quals by families still practicing social distancing, and also had a drive-by to pick up gear and exchange your ribbons to get updated. They've been promoting random acts of kindness and have also held 4 Zoom promotions as well as promotion boards. Later this month, we have the Division 6 virtual encampment, which I'm really excited about. You get to log on at different times and check in with the entire division, as well as have a menu of different activities and lessons that you can choose from and join in on. It'll count for sign-offs, and you'll get to meet with a lot of different young Marines and get to see the rest of the division on a more face-to-face level, which we haven't done in a long time. Another thing to look forward to is once this quarantine is lifted, we have 2 local leadership schools, one in Southern California and one in Arizona, that are going to be providing the training and the classes for those of you that didn't get the chance to attend the national school this year due to the virus. A special shout out to our Kiki Camarena DEA award winners. First place was Temecula Valley Young Marines, second place was Southeast County Young Marines, and third place was Miramar Young Marines. Also, another special shout out to the Division 6 Adult Volunteer of the Year, Miss Crystalline Schenkenberg, and another shout out to the Division 6 Unit of the Year, Miramar Young Marines. Remember to stay safe, keep practicing social distancing, and I hope to see everybody soon.
It's great to see all those examples coming out of the field because I can tell you about it, but it's so much better to see it from their perspective and their live videos. And so I was really excited to have this. And we're going to keep producing and promoting all these activities that Young Marines are up to. So big hats up to the Public Affairs Correspondents and our Division Young Marines of the Year that are out there promoting videos and other activities as well. You know, this is that time of the year, though. We're coming to the close of our National Young Marine of the Year's tour. And while it's a little bit different, and I know eventually I'll make it out there for retirement when we get to be able to do that. And it's funny because as I've been in the program a few years, I get to meet a lot of the senior Young Marines, Leadership Academy and other events. But what's funny is I met Miss Lynch back in 2016. I was fairly new to the program, and we were out in California at this regimental camp. And I asked the division commander at the time was Wilson Lee, the deputy director. And I said, hey, Mr. Lee, I want to do a live shot with a couple of young Marines. So you got to get me someone that can talk, someone that can get in front of the camera and ask a couple of questions of a couple of young Marines. And he goes, I got just the person in mind. So they take me over to the side, and here's Miss Lynch and a couple other young Marines. And she knocks it out of the park. And I'm like, wow, that was awesome. And it wasn't until like a year or two later, we were doing Leadership Academy and I ran into her again. And I remembered who she was when she started talking at one of her public speaking events. So I was not overly surprised to see her not only at the Public Affairs course, but also to rise to the rank of Division Young Marine of the Year and then the National Young Marine of the Year. A young lady with great poise, great passion, and a great ability to interact with others. And when you watch her interact, it's with all young Marines. She really reaches out to our youngest young Marines, to the brothers and sisters, and to the older young Marines that she works with. But she's always such a positive influence wherever she goes. It's really been a joy to work with her this year and to go to all the events we did and to watch her represent your Young Marines program, all of you in the Young Marines program being represented by Miss Lynch. She's done a phenomenal job from all the way in Washington, D.C., where she's the first young Marine, I think, to score the Commandant and the Chairman's coin at a dinner, to Glock, to Code Talker, to everything we've done this year. Phenomenal job, Miss Lynch. And I know you're going to be missed in the program, but I know we're going to keep track of you for all your future success. So with that setup, I turn it to you.
Hey everybody, it is Young Marines Sergeant Major Lynch here, and welcome to my self-quarantine, which is my living room. So it's great you guys only see the pretty stuff behind me, but yes, welcome to my goodbye speech in quarantine. So first I wanted to start by pointing out what's behind me. So I am currently surrounded by some of my many accomplishments and Young Marines, and that isn't to brag or put it all in your face, like, look what I got. That's kind of not the purpose for these accomplishments. I wanted to surround myself with all of these things to remind myself of everything that I've learned and gained through this program. So that actually leads me into the first thing that I wanted to say to all of you guys, which you're probably sitting in the comfort of your own home right now, and I know that's great, but first I wanted to say I am so sorry. I'm sorry that I can't be there right now to be able to shake all of your hands at the end of this speech and to say thank you for treating me with so much respect and kindness over this past year as National Young Marine of the Year. I want to say sorry for not being able to parade the next National Young Marine of the Year in front of all of you guys. I'm sorry I'm not there. I'm sorry that all of this is going on, but we can't change everything. The world is how the world is, and that's why we adapt, we overcome, and we film in quarantine, and it all works. So thank you guys for still listening and for participating in this and being able to hear my speech this one last time. I am not completely done with Young Marines yet. You will still see me at National Leadership Academy and in other spaces this summer. So I'm not gone, but my duties as National Young Marine of the Year do come to a close here. So, you know what? I just want to thank all of the Young Marines in this program, the adult staff in this program, my unit staff, headquarters, and everybody else that has been a part of this program for encouraging me and influencing me and inspiring me to be the absolute best person that I could be this year. You have all touched my life in some way or another, and I couldn't be more grateful for that. I hope that at some point this year I have impacted you or touched your life in some way. Maybe it was by something I said or something I wrote, or maybe it was a funny dance I did, because I dance a lot. But I just hope that if you guys gained anything, it's to constantly stay positive. And thank you. Thank you guys for such an incredible year. So I'm gonna transition into my long laundry list of thank yous. So first I wanted to start with my class of Division Young Marines of the Year and the National Young Marine of the Year before me, Young Marine Sergeant Major Colacion retired. Thank you guys for being a part of my team and for making that first part of my career so much fun. And Colacion for teaching me everything I needed to know and for showing me the ropes of this program. I couldn't have done it without you guys. I also wanted to thank the board of directors for treating me with respect, for listening to my ideas, and for encouraging me. You guys, this program wouldn't be where it is without you, so thank you for all of your support. I also wanted to thank headquarters, all of the headquarters staff, for making me feel like I'm a part of a family, for being a part of something bigger than myself, and for treating me with so much respect and so much kindness, and really, I mean, supporting me in every way possible. You guys got way too many emails from me, I know, way too many phone calls, and you listened and you worked with me, and I could not be more grateful for all of you. So thank you for that. I also wanted to say, kind of transition into my real family here at home. I want to give a huge shout out to my mom and dad. for supporting me from the time I can remember, whether that was with school or Young Marines or my acting, the plays I used to do a long time ago. I mean, they were there for everything, and they're here for this now, you know, so I am so grateful for them, for constantly being there for me. I want to thank my brother, who is now currently a Marine, and I just want to say how proud I am of him for reaching his goal and accomplishing his dream that he's always had. And I want to thank him for being there for me, for constantly motivating me, for teaching me everything he knew, being older than me. And honestly, he did what I couldn't, and I learned from him. And it was an amazing experience to be able to have that older brother to rely on and to look up to. And then I want to thank my best friend for having my back always, for knowing a part of me that nobody else does, and for just being there and encouraging and sending me off and saying, go do, you deserve it, you deserve to go do, and I can't appreciate that more. Lastly, I want to give one big thank you to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for giving me this year, because this year was perfect, and it was amazing, and I had so much fun, and I wouldn't be the person I am without my Lord lighting my path and showing me where to go. I wanted to end with one last thanks to the Young Marine program. This program has taught me how to lead with kindness and compassion. It has taught me how to public speak. It has taught me how to work with teamwork and cooperation. It has taught me self-discipline. It has kept me in check since the time I was 9 years old and joined in recruit training, all the way through junior leadership school, senior leadership school, advanced leadership school. This program has taught me how to be who I am, and I couldn't be more thankful for that. I am who I am because of this program. I could not be happier to have participated in such a world as this one, and to make as many friends as I have and meet as many people as I do and have all the incredible experiences that I have. It's just amazing. I give my life to this program for sure. All my thanks and all my gratitude for everything that it has taught me and all the people in it. Sorry. I am so sad that this is over. It's such a bittersweet moment. I'm so glad that the next National Young Marine of the Year gets to experience everything I did. And I'm so sad it's over, but you're not getting rid of me that easy. I promise I'm coming back. I couldn't not come back. This program has given me everything, and I need to give back to it. So I'll be gone for a couple of years. I'm gonna grow up, I'm gonna go to college, I'm gonna do some awesome things, and I promise I will be back as an adult volunteer sometime soon. So I'm not done yet. Look out for me later. I'll just be sitting in your seats. Lastly, I wanted to end by saying one last time to please remember my 3 P's of Young Marines: to stay passionate about this program, about all the things that it teaches you, about the people in it. Stay passionate. Want this program as much as it wants you. To stay positive in everything you do, to keep a smile on your face, and to know that everything you're doing is going to contribute to who you are. And lastly, I want to say, stay productive. Never forget what this program has given to you. And don't be afraid to give back, and stay productive and stay on top of it, because it's worth it. This program is worth it. Thank you guys so much for this year, for this opportunity, and for this position. And for the last time as National Young Marine of the Year, thank you, and have a great day.
And you may notice for this special edition of Young Marine News Network that Young Marine Sergeant Major Lynch and I are wearing our blue Young Marine polos, because we want to show our support for all of our nation's first responders that are keeping everyone safe, healthy, and in many cases, saving those lives in the hospitals around the country. Thank you for all you're doing, and for all of our volunteers involved, thank you personally from all of us for all that you're doing.
Thank you so much to our first responders and all the sacrifices that you make every day in order to keep us safe. And thank you for doing everything that you do. We wear these blue shirts in honor of you.
Thanks to all of you who participated in the virtual ALC. I hope you appreciated and enjoyed some of the various sessions that we presented and that the information was helpful to you. And I know we're congratulating, again, all of the awardees that were announced, from the Kiki Camarena to the Unit of the Year to our new Volunteer of the Year and our National Young Marine of the Year.
Congratulations to the new National Young Marine of the Year. I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, Young Marine Sergeant Major Megan Lynch. I will wear this cord with honor and excitement. Thank you so much for the opportunity to become the 2020-2021 National Young Marine of the Year. I am beyond excited and I cannot wait to get out, meet, and serve the young Marines of this nation. I am so excited to be able to see the positive ripples that the young Marines are putting out there. It's going to be a great year. Thank you all so much. I'm Young Marine Sergeant Major Abigail Waters, signing off.
So until next time, young Marines, stay motivated, stay engaged, keep living the healthy, drug-free lifestyle. Young Marine Sergeant Major Lynch, it's all yours.
Thank you all so much again for this year. Please remember to stay passionate, positive, and productive. This is Young Marine Sergeant Major Lynch, signing off.